Well, can you have matcha coffee?
Yes.
You can.
Oh,
People
okay.
put espresso shots
Yeah,
in
Jamie.
matcha.
Okay, I might have to start investigating this. All right, it's a coffee break time. We're starting off with some of the areas where older kids are most likely to live with their parents.
Oh, okay.
So there's a new study that came out. California and Texas are home to major metro areas with the biggest share of young adults living at home. So top cities in California are Vallejo, Oxnard, Riverside. So all in our area somewhat, right? And this is really a thing that it's like a failure to launch is what they're calling it when they look at the data of it. There's the economic realities of most people can't afford to maybe get out there and buy their own home, cultural preferences. And then I thought this was a big one of the age group that they looked at, caregiving needs. We talk about the sandwich generation, and this was people aged 25 to 34. So they may be people who have little kids and also caring for their parents at the same time. But the numbers are pretty staggering as to who's like living at home. I mean, it's like 33% in Vallejo, California, and 32% in Oxnard of 25 to 34-year-olds are living with their parents.
Wow.
Well, it just shows how hard it is to afford things these days.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's everything from eggs to home prices. I mean, everything's going up, and so it data checks out, right? It makes sense.
Well, and I feel like we go through these swings sometimes of how we're. So even today I was driving and I was like, boy, gas prices are still expensive. Like we haven't talked about it in a while, but like that's between the eggs and the prices of everything. You're like, I'm paying a lot just to live.
It's funny when you're young, you want to get out. You want to get away from your parents. Like, yeah, I want to be on my own. But looking back as an older person now, I wish I had more time with my parents. I regret that. I would have liked to have spent more time with them, but you know.
I mean, I don't know that I need them living with me.
I spent a lot of my 20s living with my parents too, and to help save money.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
But, and I actually really do look back on that time, and I do treasure it because as an adult, it's nice to spend time with your parents.
So kids, enjoy it.
Enjoy it, exactly. Okay, millennials in the workforce are struggling with taking time away from their jobs.
Really?
A new survey found that 58% of millennials do not take a day off without feeling bad about it.
Oh, come on.
This includes people taking paid time off that they've earned. Now, Gen Z also feels guilty. 55% of them say they feel remorse for going on vacation. But baby boomers aren't looking back. Less than half of them feel any guilt when using PTO. Now, I don't feel guilty when I use PTO. I do feel guilty when I call in sick.
Well,
really? Because I feel, I mean, when I take a sick day, I'm sick, but I feel bad for whoever has to kind of reshift to fill.
Oh, you're so kind.
My slot. well, because it happens to me, you know what I mean? And you know, so I feel bad, but when you're sick,
I think of it this way.
What are you gonna do?
I think of it this way. I'm calling in sick because I don't want to get you sick, and I don't want to get you sick.
Yeah, that's
so I'm
true.
doing you a service.
Well, and I think that came about during the pandemic, where a lot, because I used to feel guilt about it, and now I'm like, no, I'm not gonna.
I'm sick.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to give it to other people.
Yeah.
Same. Okay, so there's a lot of pressure to keep up with text messages right away, guys, right? But communication experts have some advice on how to manage communication without being rude.
Okay.
Now, don't feel like you always have to respond right away. Think about which messages require urgent response and which can wait maybe a day or two. Also, don't feel ghosted if someone doesn't respond immediately to you. And be direct if you need someone to respond in a certain time frame.
And just be honest about it. Like, I need to hear from you in the next couple hours.
Yes.
Exactly. And lastly, guys, mute chats to reduce notifications.
Oh my goodness.
Messages are getting overwhelming.
Yeah.
You guys feel guilty about not responding quickly?
No, I don't actually. I look at it as, you know, I know I have people in my life who are very anxiously attached to like getting, and I'm just like, chill a little bit. Like maybe they went to yoga, maybe they went to go grab a bite to eat. They'll get back to you.
You
don't
can see
worry
them
about
on the other end waiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, take a breath.
Think what happens for a lot of us, at least for me, is I'll see a text come through, I'll read it, and I'll say, okay, great, I'm gonna respond to that. And then a day will go by, and then I say, oops, I didn't respond, and then I go back and respond
it's
to
that
it.
whole pressure of like, a lot of times when you're not responding, you're present in the moment.
That's right.
That's
And
true.
you're supposed to be present in the moment. So
I agree.
There's got to just be a little give and take.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right, great.
That's today's coffee break as well.
Now you can get your Kcal news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.